Okay, the first thing we're going to play with is the parameters. What I've got here is a ball that's been very basically animated. It's been animated to just roll down the block. So the assigned controllers are Bezier position, TCB rotation and Bezier scale. They're there by default. There's other aspects. We can see the position, the rotation and even the scale. We've got the basics of the keyframe information. So if I click it to 1, the time slider jumps to the first keyframe. If I click it over to 2, the time slider jumps to the second keyframe, and it shows the animation in the windows. Now what's important about this is it tells us at what time this keyframe takes place and the XYs of the object during that keyframe. It also gives us the in and out curves for the object, and you've probably noticed that my ball rolls with absolute continuous speed. In other words, it doesn't slow down or speed up. And we all know that if a ball was really to roll, it'd have a little bit of acceleration and then a little bit of deacceleration as it went through its complete curve for that animation. Now that's where the basics of this panel come into play. We can actually manipulate, say, the in curve. So now it'll look as if it's speeding up, and we can manipulate the out curve. It'll look as if it's slowing down. I mean, this is all very basic animation stuff, and we'll get to play more with these animation controllers as we get further into the examples part of this CD. Now as for controllers, we've got all sorts of things we can do here. We can tell it to travel down a path, we can tell it to travel along a surface, springs and so on. So there's all different types of controllers for doing different types of animation. Now we're only going to cover basics in this CD, but by all means read up on the help files about them, look them up on the internet, because you can do a whole myriad of things with them.